Testing. So, alright, so here we go.
That's not meant.
Alright, so here we go. The Toronto Huskies and... Hold on. Alright, set up for room. I need room. Toronto Huskies and the Montreal Expos. Let's do some baseball. Just had to do that. I got the home run song ready for the Huskies. I'm just gonna... partly cloudy, that'll work. Enjoy the game. Just make sure it's recording. Welcome to Husky Stadium. The Toronto Huskies and the Montreal Expos, a Northeast Division matchup. Yoshi Yamamoto gonna get the start today for the Montreal Expos. There's his stats so far early on in this NBL regular season. He pitched 7 innings, 4 hits. It's gonna be really interesting to see how he does today. That was his last game he pitched. The Montreal Expos and the Toronto Huskies. Coming up in just a moment, the first pitch. Stick around. So Max Scherzer taking the mound for the Toronto Huskies this evening on Monday for some Monday Night Baseball. A veteran taking the mound for the Huskies, and to the plate to lead off for the Montreal Expos is Ramon Benitez. So here's the first pitch.
Counts 1-0.
A slider that's inside, and we're underway here in downtown Toronto. And here, what's the name of this field? I don't know, I forget the name of my own dang stadium.
No strike.
It's 2-0 to Ramon Benitez. Does it say like... Dang it, it doesn't say. 2-0 count. Got a strike and it's 2-1. So Scherzer, it's cool to see Max Scherzer playing baseball again. Well, I believe he's playing in the MLB currently. There's a grounder to first from third, and it's in time to retire Benitez. So here's Stone Garrett. So Stone Garrett to the plate. There's the rest of the lineup for the Montreal Expos. Stone Garrett, already a homer. Just one homer last season. Right fielder, 3 RBIs. A good start so far with a .375 batting average. Series between these two teams tied 1 game apiece. And we're going to see who will take the series. Final game of a 3-game series, by the way. Going to be lined for a base hit. Right through the center field gap. And Stone Garrett's aboard for the Montreal Expos.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Luis Arias.
So Luis Arias coming to the plate for Montreal. See if he can keep the train rolling offensively for Montreal.
Ball, that's out.
Four-seamer outside, 1-0. He's going to see like Montreal, Toronto, but baseball again. The Expos and the Blue Jays. People remember that. If you're old enough. I don't. The Nats were already a thing when I was born, so. 2-0 to Arise here. Max Scherzer struggling to get strikes. Well, somehow that's a strike. 2-1. The called strike there. Iffy. Not necessarily a ball, but it's hard to tell. It's going to be lined, but it's going to be fouled down the right field line. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Luis Arias. I'm going to try and call him out at first. Who's at first again? Stone Garrett. Tried to get Garrett out, unsuccessful. Might ground into a double play, let's see. And the count's full. Helio Ramos is on deck for Montreal, the Expos, and the Toronto Huskies. One that'll be lined foul, they'll get another opportunity. And I think this is a perfect game to show, finally, because this is like a really historic matchup. Mostly in hockey, and then to bring it over to baseball for a second time. There's 1, and that's 2 for the double play. They're able to get ground the double play to end the top of the first. And we head to the bottom of the first inning. One hit, no runs for the Montreal Expos. After 1, we head to the bottom of the first. Taking the mound for the Montreal Expos, Reese Olson, not I would think it would have been Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He wasn't, so Reese Olson going to take the mound instead for Montreal. 22 games started. 3.53 whip. See how he does today. First batter he'll face is Cody Bellinger, the former Chicago Cub, and now in the MLB he's a New York Yankee. Let's go Yankees, but Reese Olson on the mound. Here's his first pitch to Bellinger. Bellinger not had a good start, as you can see by his batting average, just 100. 196 career homers over 9 seasons. With the Dodgers, Cubs, and Yankees. Oh, bad slider there. Try to go at the knees, and since a slider, since that pitch already curved, it caused the curve below. And he demolishes that ball foul. 2-1. That's one of the largest NBL outdoor stadiums, because the indoor ones are the biggest in both the MLB and in the National Baseball League, which is this. 3-1 to Cody Bellinger. And the pitch. Ball 4, he'll walk Bellinger to lead off the ball game. Not a good start for Olsen. And the Expos defensively. Here's Joseph Ortiz. Also not a good batter, average 125. It's only been 2 games. Oh, that one gets away. Is he going to go for second? He's safe. Cody Bellinger steals second on a wild pitch. When you're a runner and you see that ball get away, go when it gets out of the dirt circle, when it gets out of the home plate circle there, as you see, it'll be fouled off by Ortiz, a 1-1. When it gets away, you go. Don't take a look and sprint towards the second or third base if you're already on second, or if it gets far away enough and you're on third, you can try home. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it is pretty cool to see. The 2-1 to Ortiz.
Ball inside.
Down 3-1, well inside. Olsen struggling with balls here early. He can't. His pitches, I think he's trying to do too much like chase pitches, which will be a line, but it's going to turn foul. Left field line. And now the count is 4 to Ortiz. The pitch will be another foul ball. Scoreless here at the bottom of the first. Chance for some offense here. There's strike 3. Ortiz is retired, and that's out number 1. Reese Olsen, his first K of this ball game. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. for Toronto. Again, his slider. He's trying to go at the knees, and he needs to get his pitch up, more up in the zone, because it's gonna just slider. Any pitch that tends to curve or has a drop, you have to throw it a bit higher than like a fastball. Since fastballs go straight, they just go straight. That's when you want to throw straight at the knees. If you want a slider to go with the knees, you have to throw it probably towards the middle of the plate because then it's going to drop down. 3 balls. See, he's struggling. He's able to get one K so far. Ball 4. Yeah, that was a terrible call. That should have been ball 4 right there, but he said it was a strike. I mean, it wasn't that egregious, but still. I was about to say that was ball 4.
Ball 4. Take the base.
There's ball 4 on a slider. Back to 2 walks here in the bottom of the first for Reese Olsen. And he'll face Barry Thornton. There's a good slider, and it's for strike 1. To Thornton. No real stats on Thornton. I do love the cap. They're really good. I love the Toronto helmets, especially with the red. So I'll change up right down Broadway for strike 2. I'm trying 2-1 for the Huskies. Then bottom of the first. Cold strike 3. 2 down. Here in the first, so Barry Thornton retired. Just barely stays in the zone on that pitch. Slide just right on the edge of the plate. So Dale Williams to the plate for the Huskies. That's a 4-seamer.
0-1's the count.
541 OPS and a 207 batting average, 5 RBIs last year. Trying to rally the crowd here. And the crowd trying to rally the team. I mean, Toronto, they had a fantastic game 1 of the series. Then yesterday, they blew it. They absolutely blew it. They scored a single run. They gave up 9 against the Expos yesterday. Maybe like if you're like a coach, probably did everything he can to make sure that
Ball
doesn't
three.
happen again. Saker 3-1. And Martinez is on deck. 3-1 to Dale Williams. Pitch. 3-2 and the count is full. Then Olsen redeemed himself here. Will he load the bases? With a changeup tap foul. And it's 3-2. Full count pitch. And it's fouled off with a four-seamer. It's all about just trying to go long as possible until you get that perfect pitch. Mine's another one foul. He's doing a good job. He's doing a good job. He's worked the count full. Now he's just hitting everything until he gets that perfect pitch. The 3-2. Going into center field. This one going out towards left center field. This one's going to drop for a base hit. One run will score. Another run will score. And it's 2-0 for the Toronto Huskies. A triple for Dale Williams. Bad start for Reese Olsen. And a 2-run triple for Dale Williams to give the Huskies a 2-0 lead. That's a way to start the ball game. I told you, his technique of just getting trouble is just staying alive in the count, and then when that perfect pitch comes, he delivered, and then he sprinted his way to third base afterwards. And here's JD Martinez. So Dave Williams 90 feet away from home. As Martinez to the plate. There is 2 outs though.
Ball, that's in.
Or simmer for ball 1, deep in the count. 15 seasons for JD Martinez. At the MLB level. A veteran player. And it's 1-2. Also going to try and get out of it for the Expos. On the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, JD Martinez, to end the first. But Dale Williams with a 2-run triple to put the Huskies in front. It's 2-0. So Helio Ramos to lead off at the top of the second for Montreal. He didn't go with the Giants, so maybe we'll see something there. That one's fouled off the line. So Scherzer. Well, it'll be a grounder. Run to the bag. A long run to the bag. It's out number 1 for Toronto.
That's it. The shortstop. Oh, Bichette.
Here's a Toronto Blue Jay playing for the Montreal Expos, Bo Bichette. That's an interesting dynamic. Yeah, he plays for the Blue Jays, but in the NBL world, he's playing on the Toronto Huskies, the Montreal Expos, so playing against his MLB team. That's why it's just off the plate there. And then some areas like mostly the rookies, they tend to chase a lot of pitches. Bichette did a good job. 11-8, and he'll get a base hit into to the gap, and he's aboard for Montreal with 1 out. So here's Connor Norberty, just a 111 batting average to start off. So hasn't had a good start to the NBL season in this series. See if but probably going to turn around at some point. Throw back to first to get Bichette out, but an unsuccessful pickoff attempt. Nice four-seamer there. I love the Toronto skyline. At least the best I could do to make the Toronto skyline in MLB The Show. Swing going to be lined towards third. There's one. Double play, and that ends the second. Back-to-back double plays to end the first and second inning for the Toronto Huskies. And they've kept the Expos scoreless. We get to the bottom of the second. Here's Ivan Herrera to the plate for Toronto. Huskies already have a 2-0 advantage.
Ball inside.
One thing also is with this, it's like the Canadian matchup. It's gonna have a unique feel to it. All Canada. Slider and it's 2-0. Olsen, I noticed he tends to throw off the plate, mostly with a slider. He's throwing off. He's trying to go at the knees and it's not working. Pitch after pitch. Forcing at the knees got for strike one to Herrera. And his struggle with his slider is causing him to walk a lot of batters. Here's a 38th pitch. Four-seamer, and the count is full to Herrera. Talking about one towards the seats. Love the jersey, the Toronto jersey, by the way. I love them. I mean, I love them. Montreal. Probably now that I go back, I probably would have changed the color. And there's strike three. Fourth K for Reese Olsen in 2 innings, so he's had a fantastic start. He has also walked 2 batters, so there is that. That time I was upstairs. The DH Juan Yepes had to play for the Huskies, which the team name is a callback to the Toronto Huskies basketball team back in the 1950s. That's line of base hit. That's over the third baseman's head. And Juan Yepes aboard for the Huskies with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. See if they can turn this into something. Here's Ryan O'Hearn. And foul off a four-seamer. So there's his 2024 stats, a 264 batting average, 59 RBIs, and 15 home runs. And again last season, I believe it was this. The Orioles? I think, maybe. And just got a piece of that slider. And a broken bat. That's rolling towards third. Is it going to get there? Safe! They're both safe! Trying to get it out at second. An utter failure for the Expos, and there's 2 on with 1 out. And this is a bad time for Cody Bellinger to come to the plate. Because he is Cody Bellinger after all. There's strike 1 to Bellinger. He walked in the first. Sure walk from Olsen. Honestly, it doesn't seem that hard to do. Just don't swing on his sliders and you'll be fine. That one's down into the left field stands. 3-time Silver Slugger 2019-2023 in the MLB. He's playing for it.
Ball 1.
He's playing in Canada.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
It's interesting to have, it's also unique since Toronto, they've always had that, like, the trackable roof
2 balls, 2 strikes.
stadium. What is it called? How do I forget the name of the I actually forget the name of the stadium. Oh my gosh. What is it? I just don't. I don't know why. You know, I hear about these stadiums all the time. I think a 2-2 to Bellinger, by the way. The pitch. Swing and a miss. They got Bellinger. Fifth strikeout for Reese Olson. The only that worked was that a fastball? Maybe that was a slider. I didn't see. That was a fantastic pitch at the knees that got him. And there's 2 down. Strike 1 to Ortiz right at the knees. And that was a rough call. What is the Blue Jays Stadium? Rogers Center. I forget the name of it. Since that one's like a retractable roof. That's Rogers Center. This is an open stadium. So it's different. And it's going to have a different feel.
Ball, catch inside.
Four-seamer, it's 1 and 2. 2 on, 2 out. There'll be a base hit into the gap, and there's a runner going to come home, and that should score at least 1 run. And it's 3-0 Toronto. And the inning continues for the Huskies. Right through center field. Nobody there to get it. And it allows the runner at second to come all the way home. And that went pretty far out. 3-0 Toronto. And Reese Olson, I'm not gonna be honest, he's been an absolute failure. Not but a good start for Reese Olson for the Expos. Because he seems to struggle right when it matters most. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. once again. Going to be lined another base hit, and that should score the 4th run for the Huskies, and it will. It's now 4-0 Toronto. The inning just will not end. And there's a slider for strike 1 to Barry Thornton. We saw him last inning. They were able to work through most of their lineup already. It's been the second. Usually you don't really start the order until about the 3rd. They've been able to go through their full lineup in 2 innings, and that should do it. Finally, the Expos get out of it, but not before giving up another 2 runs, and the Huskies lead 4-0.
Leading off for Montreal.
So top of the 3rd inning, here's Rowdy Tellez. To face Max Scherzer. A very solid start for the veteran. Ball 1 and a fastball. 3 for 13 against Tellez's Scherzer. Tellez, like most people on these 2 teams, not a great. Yeah, because batting averages in the first week is just really weird because everybody's got either like plus 500 or batting average that looks like that because the sample size is so low. It'll be a tap in a second. That should be an easy out number 1, and it will be. So there, Thornton able to make a running play there. That wasn't. Was that not in the air? That looked in the air. That could have been. That wasn't the out right there. Okay. Here's Garrett Mitchell. And he's got a piece of that one that's tapped foul. 0-1. Playing center field for the Expos. Which Expos are one of 2 NBL teams do not have white home jerseys, by the way. So we're going to be grounded a first, run to the bag, and that's the 2nd out for Toronto.
The catcher, number 14, Gabriel Moreno.
And here's Gabriel Moreno. Sure has looked really good here in these first 3 innings for the Toronto Huskies. Get a piece of the circle, change it just enough. Oh, I think I probably would have been better if we just didn't swing at it, because maybe that would have been a ball. Nice. 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Just the way the placing that was perfect. And the 0-2. Swing to the line to left. This one got not deep enough, and that retires the side. So we head to the bottom of the third inning, and the Toronto Huskies hold on to their 4-0 lead over the Montreal Expos. There's some other news. Mariners are winning extra innings over this Seattle Sasquatch. That was yesterday, the 4-3 win. Fantastic. Must have been a fantastic game. Golden State strikes out 10, allows no runs, and lost versus the Sunrays yesterday. Swing gonna be lined at first for Dale Williams, and one pitch, one out on his second at bat. I think that's a way to follow up a 2-run triple. And JD Martinez to the plate, 6th in the batting order. Toronto's in a really good position here. There's a fly ball. Back she goes. Goodbye, home run. And the Toronto Huskies extend their lead to 5. The first home run for JD Martinez this season. Absolutely demolished that ball. 106 off the bat. You can see he attacked that pitch at the right spot. He hit the correct part of his bat. Bam. 422 feet. And Huskies now their lead's 5-0. Swing the round to second, and it'll be out number 2. So on, yep. I tell you, this series is weird, folks. So they destroy Montreal in Game 1, and then they get shut out. Not shut out, then they get killed 9-1 yesterday. With they get 7 hits, but they don't score a single run. And today, it's the bottom of the third inning. They're up 5-0 over the Expos. Just the wildness, just the contrast is so stark. It's not like it's just barely winning by 2 runs. All these are like 6-7 run differences. Just wild. Because none of these have been close games. 1-2. Fine, at least so far, because Montreal could storm back later on, but we'll see. I'm going to tell you, Olsen's had an awful day. Awful day. The 2-2. It's going to be a ground to the third, and that should do it. For the first to end the inning. But not before JD Martinez with a solo blast. Give the Huskies a 5-0 lead. So we head to the top of the 4th inning. And back to the plate is Ramon Benitez. He grounded out his first at-bat.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Force Ramirez inside for ball 1. And we're lying towards short. And there's... Oh, he couldn't get it! He's safe at first. An error for the Toronto Huskies. And it is... And he's aboard. So Montreal with a much needed runner on base. with nobody out, so that they just need to put the pieces together here. Real. And that's going to drop down for a base hit as well. He wasn't able to get there. And that's back-to-back hits for Montreal. So, I got my dinner here, so you might hear some crunching. We'll take periodic bites of it. I really allowed me to eat this since baseball's reverse. Not a lot of contact here. And some grilled cheese. 0-1 to Luis Ariz. Falls off a cutter. It's all in career so far with the San Diego Padres. I've heard that they've been struggling recently. And like they've been barely pulling out wins. I think it's mainly because they're injury ridden. Ariz strikes out swinging. Arrives. And there's one out here in the top of the fourth. And back to the plate is Helio Ramos. Well, for one today, it's a bad option here. As runners, they're still in Montreal's in a really good position if they can put the pieces together. And this will turn out great for them because they can at the very least get on the board. And they're going to be able to cut back some of the deficit if they can bring the runners home. That is. So if not, then it's a waste. All that for nothing. Swinging a bit. There's a second, and there's one. There's two, and the Huskies a third double play to end in the fourth. One. There's been a lot of double plays in this game. Tony Gonzalez going to take him out for the Montreal Expos. Not surprising there. So then he's going to try and keep the Huskies at 5. Here's Ryan O'Hearn.
Ball in.
Earlier this morning, I was watching this back in like 2018 or 2019. The New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies were up 7-1, and they blew it in 1 inning in the 9th. They blew it. They blew it in the top of the 9th. They were up 7-1 at Citizens Bank Park, and then they basically just collapsed. And then the Mets took an 8-7 lead in that inning, and then they won the game. That's what I want to. Maybe that could happen here, but we'll see. Here's Cody Bellinger. 0 for 1 today. And then with a walk. And fouled one off. That one off. With hockey, I can't really like eat and go to another segment. Swing and a miss. He got Bellinger. His second strikeout already. Back 2 strikeouts in this inning. There's Joseph Ortiz once again. 1-2. 1 for 2 today. And they'll just get a piece of the splitter at the knees. Probably a hard pitch to hit anyway, just based on its movement.
No balls, 2
Swing and a miss, 0-2. Another pitch.
2 strikes.
For Seamer, and Needs one more strike to get out of the inning. Popped up for straight back, straight towards the right field seats.
Ball.
2-2 here. No one upstairs. He just needs one strike. The pitch.
3-2.
Ball 3. 3 stray balls to Ortiz. You might walk him here. Let's see. The 3-2 pitch to Ortiz. And I foul it off. So he's sitting there with the count full. Is he going to be able to foul off another one? He will. No pitch. Long foul, and that one's back towards the seats again. Great grilled cheese, by the way. Really good grilled cheese, actually. Gonna be fouled off. No line. It's in fair territory. Third baseman, he'll make the catch. And that ends the fourth. The Expos finally get out of an inning without giving up a run. We get to the bottom of the fifth.
Leading off for Montreal, the Bichette.
So Boba Shit for the Expos. Pulling it off. There's a comparison. That Reese Olsen, he's had a bad day. Give up 5 runs. Scherzer could easily go to 7 innings, but we'll see.
That's a ball. Counts 1-0.
Bad angle on that fastball when it went upstairs. Got a tapper there. It's 1-1. It'd be cool if Boba Shit hit a home run against Toronto. That'd be cool.
2 balls, 1 strike.
It'd be like watching Juan Soto hit a home run against the New York
Ball
Yankees.
3.
That would make me very sad, but and the 3-1. Oh, he got a piece of that when he chased it. Got a piece. 3-2. Full count. And the pitch. Swing to the moon. A grounder to short, and the throw to first is in time, and Bichette's retired. Out number 1.
The third baseman, number 1, Connor Norby.
Sir Connor Norby.
Nope.
It's not about no of these. Roll 1.
Ball
Expos
2.
mean something. Because they have time on their side. They got a few innings to work with. And there's a tapper. 2-1. Two and 1 the counting. Swing and a miss at a 4-seamer.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
So Scherzer with his 50th pitch. That'll be one foul. Max Scherzer's had a fantastic day on the mound for Toronto. How many hits is he giving up? Let's check. 3-2 to Connor Norby. He's given up 3 hits. Another full count pitch to Norby. Swinging to be a line of base hit to left on a grounder. And he's aboard with one out.
The first baseman, number 44.
That was like a perfect hit too. Here's Tellez. Usually he has his fastballs on target. That one was below the knees. Hasn't really been too much competition. Montreal, they had chances, but got out of it. That was a slurve, and they didn't call it a strike. That got a piece of the plate. It was just enough in, but I get it though. And he'll hit that one to first base. I'm gonna call him for it, and then the throw. So there's two down.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Tellez retired.
Mitchell.
So Garrett Mitchell back to the plate for the Montreal Expos, and so Montreal again. It works there. That line to base hit. That one's gonna go all the way to the warning track, just in front of it. It'll grab it, and then the long throw, and the Montreal Expos are on the board. So they finally score a run, an RBI double for Garrett Mitchell, and then breaks the shutout. Well, they did the best they could, but they still gave up a run. Doesn't change the fact that Max Scherzer had a really good start against the Expos here tonight. Really nice out, but both like in the game it's real nice. Yeah, actually outside it's real sunny out. Really nice. Stanley Cup Final starts on Wednesday. We'll be watching that. The Oilers and the Panthers once again. Love hockey. Although this year it's playoffs just for the most part. Except for the Jets and the Blues and the Stars and the Avs. Those two series were really good. Aside that, like most of the series have been boring. Toronto and Florida maybe. That was a good one, but it was just everything was like 5 or 6 5-game series. Force Amer and right upper half of the zone. 2-2 to Gabriel Marino. And the pitch. And they foul it off. He's at a ridiculous. When the count goes full, Ramon Benitez is on deck for Montreal. See how that goes. The full count pitch. Long gonna be rounded to third, and the third of first will end the inning. Garrett Mitchell with an RBI double, and the Expos are on the board. So here's Ronald Acuna Jr. Some pickles.
Outside, that's a ball.
You know, it's unprofessional, but it's baseball. Really. So Diego Castillo and Jose Hernandez warming up in the Montreal bullpen. The on-field bullpen. I've rambled about that enough in some of these games. I don't really want to ramble about the on-field bullpens anymore. I mean, I could ramble on about how the stadium creator has not changed. That one pretty well hit. There she goes! Left center field! Is he gonna get there? No, he won't! Goodbye, home run! 6-0 Toronto. Ronald Acuna Jr. gets his first of the NBL season. Toronto. This is high in the air. And it just kept on going. So here's Barry Thornton, 6-1. Toronto.
Ball one.
So there's ball one.
Now 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1 to Barry Thornton. Toronto's back to a 5-run lead. Went to Thornton. Fly ball. Left field, it's not very deep. Runner calling for it, able to make the running catch, and there's one down, bottom of the fifth. Today Williams had a 2 RBI triple earlier in the ball game.
Oh, that's off the plate.
You know, take ball one.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Today Williams shooting. That could draw a walk, because he's going to strike throw him. Got him on the upper outside corner there. Just enough on that fastball. It was like, whenever it goes in the far upper or lower corner, it is hard to hit. Just by default, because it's further away from you.
2-2 the count.
And then we fouled off. Toronto in front 6-1. As Williams fouls off another one. I'd say they're pretty safe, unable to make the running catch. If he made that, that would have been incredible. But just shy of getting that out. Incredible out yesterday. There's actually 2 in yesterday's Orlando New Orleans game that are shown. It's broadcasting just like this. Maybe line travels a ball like that, but if there was high in the air, pretty deep, but not deep enough. And then Seiya Suzuki, the right fielder, he's like almost in center field. He's a right fielder, but he was more towards center field gap. And then he went flying all the way from there into the right field corner and made the catch at the wall, like sprinting at like 30 miles an hour. It was, wow. In the same game, I think a little earlier, that one's hit a ton, but it's foul. The 3-2.
Nope, that's upstairs. Ball 4.
4-seamer for ball 4. And it'll be a walk.
Hey. 0-1.
So here's JD Martinez for the Toronto Huskies.
Ball.
1 for 2. Right now in Toronto, what you would want to focus on is just protecting that lead. They have a massive lead here.
Hey.
4-seamer just hit the knees, and I got him. 1 and 2. Just barely.
3.
The pitch, swing and a miss. And he's retired, so there's two down here, bottom of the fifth. And there's Ivan Herrera. Strikeout on the ground out. It's not exactly the best day. Splitter, and that's strike one.
Nope. That's inside.
There's a four-seamer. Besides, 1-1. The pitch. Good four-seamer there.
Two strikes.
He swung right under it. And those balls, when they're angled, it can be hard to estimate if you'll get there. Throw to first. I'm able to get the runner out. Herrera's over 2 today. And the 1-2 from Gonzalez. The pitch.
Ball, that's out.
Oh, Splitter, that went over too far. 2-2, and he didn't chase it. Another pitch. Keeps that bat alive, and it's 2-2. As that one's fouled away. Like a lot of players, he's not had a great start. And he'll take strike 3. Ronald Acuna Jr. with a solo blast, and it's 6-1 Toronto.
Leading off for Montreal, the second baseman, Ramon Benitez.
Here's Ramon Benitez.
Ball one, no strikes.
Scherzer, he hasn't had too many really bad pitchers like that one. Part of the reason that he's been so good. He's really good with his fastball, as you can see. His angles.
One ball.
Solid slider in the upper inside corner. 1-2. He might. And that one's fouled off. First two at bats, he made Benitez look silly. So, see what he does here. And the pitch.
Ball.
The slider, and it's 2-2. The count.
Two strikes.
That evens the count. Ramon Benitez struggled to make contact. Well, yeah, as he just did. High pop up, and there's out number 1. Now, Stoke Garrett, on the other hand, for the Montreal Expos, he's had a good day. He's 2 for 2. 2 singles. I believe he was usually the run scored. Prior when the Expos scored the 1 run. So, he's 500 overall. He's in a really good series against the Toronto Huskies. This opening series. Because basically everybody's playing their opening series right now. And that's going to be a fly ball towards right field, and there he's out number 2, an easy catch. So Garrett's retired, coming to the plate. Here's Luis Arise, the DH. You said no batter? Whatever.
Ball, that's inside.
Oh, just barely caught a ball. Otherwise, that would have been a fantastic pitch.
Yeah.
91 heater from Scherzer, probably not. I don't know if it was that as fast as his heyday pitches. Let's look at the speed of his fastball right now. And then it'll be a grounder to first, run to the bag. It's in time. That ends the 6th. Well, it's the top of the sixth. We head to the bottom of the sixth inning. 6-1 Toronto. The Juan Yepes is late for Toronto to pull it off. Huskies, they've done a great job protecting their lead so far. So Diego Castillo and Jose Hernandez warming up in the Expos bullpen. Nice splitter, swing and a miss.
2 strikes.
Probably as one. Again, it's hard to tell where the ball's gonna land when it curves.
1 ball.
You don't know if it's
2
you
strikes.
don't when it like drops right. You don't know every time whether it's gonna be a strike or a ball, so you swing on it.
3.
And as there's strike 3, Yepes called out. No matter that should have been a ball. Which, yeah, that probably should have been a ball. At least it could have been. So got him on the lower outside corner, strike 3. 34 strikeout now. And you'll face Rhino Hearn.
That's a ball.
Check swing. That's one I don't remember what I was talking about. That's I just get on like a mindset of talking about one particular subject, and then I keep talking about it, and then as soon as it gets disrupted, I just forget it. 1-0. Flip play slider at 89. Did look up Scherzer's fastball. 93.2, so he's throwing a bit slower than maybe his heyday
1 ball.
with the Nationals. 1-2 to Rhino Hearn, and the pitch.
Nope. Inside. Ball 2.
Maybe he's... And we grounded to first. The throw and run race to the bag. He's in time. Just able to make it to the bag for round number 2. So Montreal improving on their defense here in the later innings of this ball game. And then a walk and a run for Cody Bellinger. 6-1. Surprised he's 0 for 2 today.
Ball. That's inside.
So 101 there to Bellinger. His batting average.
Ball 2.
2 strikes out here, it's going to tank. Okay, 0.83. I think that's including his at-bats this ball game. Swung to be lined, and that's a base hit. Oh, that's going to get past him. That should be a double. At the very least, a double. Okay, so we'll stop at second. A 2-out double for Cody Bellinger, and that should improve his batting average. That's the Cody Bellinger I know. That went pretty well. And so Ortiz is to the plate once again. And they'll hit one into left center field. And the runner is able to make the catch. Well, the fielder makes the running catch. And that's now number 3, and we head to the 7th. And the Huskies hold the Expos at 6. Here's Julio Ramos. 75th pitch. He's almost 80 pitches here.
Yep, that ball went out.
And that one went out. Ramos is going to swing at that. So, Andrew Kittredge and John Curtis warming up in the Toronto bullpen. Might get to see one of them later. If Max Scherzer gives up,
Inside.
stops being Max Scherzer. 2-0. Julio Ramos. Oh, he plays for the Blue Jays. No, it's yeah, Max Scherzer. He's a veteran. Nice slider, 2-2, right down Broadway. Little up in the zone, but right down the middle. Scherzer was 40 years of age. Really lined to left. There it goes. Nice running catch. Round number 1.
The batter, number 11.
And here's Bo Bichette. Expos shortstop. And he'll foul off the four-seamer. Expo road jerseys probably honestly some of my least favorite that I've made. They're still good and they're still good. Still good jerseys. I just don't love the shade of blue. That's about it. But I try to be like close to what their jerseys actually look like as possible. With the ways. Swing and a miss on a slider, they got him. 2 down. Just the second K for Max Scherzer, but he doesn't necessarily have a lot of strikeouts, but he's for the most part he's shutting guys down. And a strike to Connor Armory start his at bat.
That's outside.
And he takes that pitch. 101. Now, if my batteries die for like 2 minutes, there's gonna be nothing, then the game will just resume all of a sudden. If my batteries die, I'm praying my batteries can make it through to the 8th and 9th inning. 2-1 the count. And the pitch. Fell the slider, 2-2. There's a lot of people pounding off balls against Max Scherzer before he never really strikes them out. There's strike 3! His 3rd strikeout and to end the 7th. Into the bottom of the 7th inning. Toronto still up by 5 runs. Here's the Bo Castillo coming in. Montreal. Bit of a heavy set pitcher. 7 games last year. Let's see. He'll perform. Get off his first batter will be Ronald Acuna Jr. All I gotta say is good luck. It's not gonna be easy.
Ball, that's outside.
I know on the slider it seems like you either gotta go on the edge of the zone or he'll get a hit. Swung gonna be in line. That's a diving catch. He got it. An incredible catch in left center field. Look at that. The diving catch. He made it. Made the diving catch. Well, we're gonna go and see who made it. Oh, come on. Can't even see who made the catch. Are you kidding me? In center field. I think I was a center fielder. I don't remember who. Somebody was playing center. Somebody was paying attention, or can go back and see who was playing. Who's playing center field? Because he was the one who caught it. Don't remember who his center fielder is for the Huskies. I don't remember the. I don't have these players memorized. I just memorize the names and maybe how many games they won in the series. Really all I need to memorize since the game tells me the rest of it. There's a fly ball in the right center field. He's going to try and go get it. And he'll make the running catch. At the wall. Kept his eye on it the whole time. There's 2 down. The shortstop Dale Williams to the plate for Toronto. In the bottom of the 7th. Apparently a strike. It's hard. You could argue for that to be a ball.
Ball one.
Same pitch, but that one's just a bit lower. Even the count. Well, I did two RBI triple earlier. And so ground one to second, throw to the bag in time. That ends the 7th. And we head to the 8th. And the Huskies held to their 6 runs over Toronto. Amir Garrett gonna come in. I'm not sure if they're gonna try and get a save today. Toronto Huskies just. Let's see how they do. So this first batter will be Rowdy Tellez. I'm gonna pay attention to their positions. He's their first or third baseman. He's an infielder. Rowdy Tellez. Really bad batting average. Maybe you can fix it here. I say he's fat, but he does have a bit of chunkiness thing. Shoviness. And then Walter almost like a. I don't even know how to say it, but I don't want to get into weird sexual fetish terms. So Della's gonna walk to first. I guess these because I was about to go on and explain how being fat can actually make you a better hitter in baseball. And it can also make you pitch better. The only problem is it will destroy your fielding. I guarantee if you look up like Pablo Sandoval, terrible fielder, amazing hitter, terrible fielder. You know, like the Giants got so mad with him because he would show up like and he's gained like 30 pounds. Yeah, they get mad at him, tell him they make him lose it all, and then he did. Then he sucked. There's strike 3 to Garrett Mitchell. First strikeout for Amir. Fantastic. Wasn't exactly a fantastic pitch, but Garrett Mitchell bit hard on that slider. And he swung on him. Gabriel Moreno. I'm going to do trouble to make sure I didn't mispronounce his name. Amir Garrett already with 1 strikeout on his first out. Coming in for Toronto. So Moreno, he's one of those hitters who's had a fantastic. Again, he's weird. There's like a rounder. Short. There's one. Double play. No, he's safe. They try and challenge that? Because if I were the coach, you only have 15 seconds to challenge, I think it's stupid. I think it should be like 45 seconds or a minute, just because of all the people you've got to talk to. You've got 15 seconds to challenge, I think you should double it. But it's hard, because then basically challenges just don't happen just because of how hard it is to do so. If they do, it's probably like a really important. I think okay. The only problem is that it would make the game longer if there were more challenges. Like playoff mode is probably the main time to use challenges. Or if you're like a really bad team trying to make the playoffs, Detroit Tigers.
That's ball 3.
Ball 3 and just 3 balls in a row to Ramon Benitez. Top of the order for Montreal, but he's 0 for 3 today. Full count, 3-2 the count to Benitez. And the pitch. And Benitez is going to walk to first. Ball 4, and there's 2 on. The Expos, and their problem here is that they can't get run. It was a problem in game 1. They couldn't get runners on base. They could get runners on base, but they couldn't bring them home. And I think I might fall into that trap here. Tap or foul for strike 1 to Stone Garrett. See, they're close. They're close, but they're just not there. Swung and a miss from the slider, and it's 0-2. Pete Fairbanks and Andrew Courage warming up just in case something happens. Which it might. I'm not saying I think it will, because I don't.
1 ball, 2
I
strikes.
should take this game pretty easily. If maybe they do give up a couple runs. But Montreal, they have the chance. They just need a hit. This is the time when they need a hit. And they struggle. They struggle in those 2 outs. 2-2. Yeah. They're struggling to get a strike in the zone. And the count is full, and a sliding to make it 3-2. Louisa Rise is on deck for the Expos, and the pitch. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And here comes Luis Rise. This is a chance to get back in this ball game. If he can at least get a hit out of this. Because oh, look out! On that 4-seamer. There's a amount of people here in the final game of this 3-game series. Whoever wins this game takes the series. 2-0 is to Arise here. Going to be a base hit. 1 run will score. Another run should score. And the throw, and it's 6-3. The Expos aren't done yet. So it's a 2 RBI single for Luis Rise. And here comes the Toronto coach. Yeah, the Amir Garrett's done for the ball game. See who they bring in. Coming in is Pete Fairbanks. Good choice. They're coming in for the Toronto Huskies. Going to try and salvage the ball game, because right now their lead is in danger. He's try and get out of the hole. He's going to try and get out of here before things go south. The tying run is at the plate. And that's a tapper foul. That's Helio Ramos. If he hits an arm around this game, it's a tie ball game. So we'll see. He's 0 for 3 though. So see what happens. Fouling off, it's 0-2. So let's kind of see. He might be able to get out of this. If he throws a strike, the Huskies will survive. They'll be fine for now. They'll have a chance to increase the rate. Swing and a miss with the slider. Fairbanks with an important strikeout. And we head to the 9th. To the bottom of the 8th. And we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. J.D. Martin says he's going to be the leadoff batter. This is Toronto's chance to get any advance they can on Montreal, because if things go south again, it might be a close ball game.
That's ball 2.
Slider for ball 2. Swing and a miss, a circle changeup, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Diego Castillo here. Make sure that
Ball 3.
center ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Maybe go a bit up in, just slightly up in the zone, because he's going just a bit too low.
2.
Slider barely made it.
3 and 2.
Barely above the knees there. The full count pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. So 1 down, bottom of the 8th. Here's Ivan Herrera. Also 0 for 3. The Toronto catcher. And this is when they need Dynamite wants some insurance runs, and there's a run to the bag.
He's
And
out.
the first pitch, Herrera took.
That's a big hit.
And the pitch. One pitch and he's out, and there's two down. Here's Juan Yepes. The DH. They better rely. I hope Pete Fairbanks can
Ball, that's up there.
shut out. They better hope Pete Fairbanks can keep the Expos at bay. And Juan Yepes hit in the knee by pitch, but he did swing on it. So it's 1-1. So if you swing on a hit by pitch, that nullifies it. And they got a piece of it, but it was foul. 1-2. Now, as long as that ball's in the end zone, he has to make contact. And he won't. Strike 3, and we head to the ninth. And the Huskies gonna try and win the ball game.
Leading off for Montreal, the shortstop, Bo Bichette.
So, Bo Bichette, they're gonna want Pete Fairbanks to get the win. Or get the Huskies the win, because he won't get the win. Scherzer's gonna get the win. And the slider, what inning is it? 1-1 to even the count. And the 1-1. Pushing Maroons high.
2-1.
Two and 1. Bichette. That'll be a tap or a foul. 2-2. Because if Fairbanks struggles here, Toronto's lead's in question. Oh, way too far on that slider. I get it, maybe you wanted to try and see if he could chase it, but that far, it was like 2 feet off the plate. In an important situation like this, that's a no-no. 3-2. And that should be out number 1. Running catch. And he made it. 1 down here in the top of the 9th. Connor Norby. Pete Fairbanks needs 2 outs. Should get the win here, but we'll see. Slider 1-0. Norby with not exactly great batting average to start the first 3 games, including this one. It's 167, but does have he's one for 3 today, so maybe he'll get another hit. It'll be line foul 2-1 down the right field line. Right on their feet here in Toronto. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Friday Huskies crowd. And Toronto. If the Huskies win, it looks like they're going to, they'll take this series 2-1. And the count full to Connor Norby. And the pitch. The line foul. He's going to try and run after it, but no, it's going to go face towards the crowd. Full count to Connor Norby here. And the pitch. At least that one foul keeps Norby's at bat alive. Another 3-2 to Norby. You know, fell it off again, and as soon as time to hit it better. 9th pitch of this at bat. Looking good for the Huskies here. So 3-2. And just got a piece of that one foul. That's and here's the 10th pitch. He hits one pretty well. Out towards left center field, and goodbye, home run. Norby with a solo blast, and it is 6-4. Don't count the Montreal Expos out yet. And they still got 2 outs. He knew the pitch was coming. He gave it his all, and he delivered. And it's so the tying run is on deck.
Ball inside.
So it's inside. Ball 1. Rowdy Tellez. One ball. One ball with Tellez. Expos down by 2.
Ball, that's outside.
And it's 2-0 to Tellez. If he could repeat, if he can get on base, that would bring the tying run to the plate. 2-1. Just needs to focus. He needs to work on, maybe get something like your instinct here. 2-2 at on the lower outside corner. If he can get this second out here, that'll relieve 2-run offense quite a bit. It's fouled off, but it's a loads here. Oh, they're this close to winning their opening day series. Like if it was gone now. Fly ball, left field, fielder going after it, but it will go. He's not gonna get it. Was 0 for 2 today. Got me looking at James, so he definitely has motivation to get a hit here. 2-2 the count. And the pitch.
The count is full.
3-2, that was in the dirt. So now the count is full to Rowdy Tellez. And that's going to line. And that's out number 2. This will make the catch. And the Expos are down to their final out. And they're going to take out Fairbanks. Is that what they're going to do here? Yeah, they're going to take out Fairbanks. What? Why? Okay, they're going to take out Fairbanks and they'll bring in Jose Alvarado to get the final out. Odd decision. That's an odd decision. Jose Alvarado coming in for the final out. Get the win here. This goes south. Oh, it's not going to look bad on the Huskies coaching staff. Their management. Oh, it. Strike one, so maybe this won't be too bad of an idea. On the Mitchell, ball on the sinker inside, even the count. One and miss, 1-2, and they're down to their final strike. Another pitch. Over line foul. I don't know why they took him out. I just don't understand why they took Fairbanks out. But it might work in their favor. 2-2. Way upstairs in that one. Mitchell 1 for 3, so he could get another hit. Swing and a miss, and the Toronto Huskies win. The Toronto Huskies win the series 2-1, and they defeat the Montreal Expos They beat the Expos 6-4. They hold on. Into the ninth. Alvarado getting the save. They might play another game because it says they lead the series 2-1. So, let's see. I don't remember the schedule off the top of my head. So, they might play another game. That's what I'm assuming. So they have a 2-1 series lead over the Montreal Expos. And they win this one 6-4. I'm Thomas Rose. Goodbye, good night.